We're from Boston area. We came with this FJs, that's the FG team. We start in the back or in the front? This is 2014 FJ Cruiser. 3 years. I've been modding it constantly. Built those drawers, drawer system. So that's where I keep tools, some camp gear and recovery gear. Very nice. Yeah, it was, I think you can get something like that for $1,000 and cost me something like 200 just materials. And I had some fabric left, so I actually built a panel there, and that's how I can mount my compressor. And I have a small air tank, so I can actually run air tools on a trail if needed. Some basket and stuff for storage. Expedition 1 bumper with tire carrier and some jerrycans. That's the Rotopax mount. Front runner roof rack and front runner rooftop tent. That's actually new. This is the first time we used it. I really like it. The roof rack is outstanding. Fabricated mounts for the lights and the shovel. This is very unique snorkel, by the way. It came all the way from Israel. I didn't like the aerodynamic of the conventional one. You can see the shape, so it's really quiet. And then there's another small benefit. Because it comes right here, and I have the TRD intake, so it's all open. You can really hear the engine. You can hear like it's a V8, just because it's right there. So the second you open the window, you have your sound. So that's a nice one. Level 8 wheels. It's kind of protection. You can replace that ring when you bust it. So they have 2 valves, which actually helps air down. -6 offset. So it pushes the wheel a little bit for a wider stance. Really nice one. And I do love the tires, but that's not new. So in the front, some lighting activities there. You see over the hood. And this one's nothing fancy, but it really does the work. It's a Trailworks bumper. I do not like the powder coating, but it's okay. Very nice and very aggressive look. So that's a nice one. Ango winch, 10,000 pounds. That one worked very hard. When we did a Medusa trail, that's a buggy trail that we did. This is just a mount. It's a new one because I had a mount on a roof rack. Now it's a new roof rack, so that one was relocated. So far I like it. It's okay. So TRD air intake and TRD exhaust. I replaced the alternator for the 4Runner one because that one gives 130 amps instead of 100 from the FJ. So it's a Toyota part and it's a little bit, you know, juicier. Relocated the washer fluid bottle, so because it was exposed once I put this bumper. Relocated the emission pump to make some room for the bottle. It was a setup from Expedition 1. Well, it's a little messy. It's a morning. You can understand that. GMRS, CB. These are the lights. These are the switches. So the switches were too deep, so I raised it with this little panel. I have winch isolator. Extremely recommended. So you take the power off of the winch at all times, and you only activate when you need it. I have a solenoid under the hood. I do have the Tuffy Vault. That's a nice one. It really fits well, and you have like a wider. So in FG there is no armrest. I mean there is this one on the seat, but it's not really that comfy. So this one does that. Plus you can put whatever you need there and actually lock it. Yeah, underneath RCI, skid plates, full set, everything but the shock mounts. And another big project in the future, that's regearing. And 35s, I hope. So this is a similar build. This is my friend Dmitry's FJ 2014. We bought it almost together. We upgrade together. So it's similar, not exactly the same, but very similar build. Trailworks bumper. It's not a tubular one that I have. It's actually a plate one, so it's a little heavier.
And cooler?
Well, more heavy duty, let's call it. But cooler, you know, it's arguable. Yeah, that's Dmitry, by the way.
Hi. That's one of the mods of this vehicle, me.
Yeah, that's maybe more of a downgrade, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
He has a snorkel. His snorkel is similar to mine, but a little narrower because he has no TRD intake, so it's just a stock intake, and that one will do. Nice awning there. Same roof rack. front runner, a little bit different rooftop tent, Tipui, very nice quality by the way, and he likes it.
Better than yours.
He likes it better than
Yeah, I like it.
Tires to be replaced very soon, and probably he'll do the same project with regearing and we'll go 35s. We'll talk about that. Expedition 1 bumper, same setup, Rotopax mounts. Well, he has this thingy. I don't like it actually, because if you hit it hard enough, you can bend the whole thing in. So better to just bust the lights. High lift jack mount, so I put mine on a bumper. He prefers it here. I would rather take that weight off of the pivot, but it works. In the back, no drawer system, but it's also a nice one. It's sort of a table that you can use, so this is like a shelf, but you can actually remove it and extend the legs and it will be a table. He preferred that, and then he just put boxes there. Nice panel right here, that's our table. So he's responsible for navigation. As you see, we have a Garmin setup with the iPad and the maps. And I use Gaia just for backup, but usually he's the one that's leading the team. He has the GMRS and the CB. So you can't see the CB, but it's there. It's the Cobra one. Suspension. Simple setup, very good one. Toy-Tech with Bilsteins, heavy duty springs in the back. And coilovers in the front, all Bilstein shocks, remote reservoirs in the back. One interesting twist here, I got sway bar disconnect. This is a sway bar disconnect. What it actually does, I can plug it out. That's the pin right there, which will allow wheels to articulate and not be dependent on each other. So that helps me when we go rock crawling and stuff, more technical terrain, and it's much better. This is a better view. Same setup for Dmitry's. Toy-Tech with Bilsteins and the sway bar disconnect. But this one works just fine manually.